Hey, how's it going, everyone? We are in Vilnius, Lithuania, here at some beautiful church. There's some amazing statues behind us. I think that's, not sure who that is, I'm not even gonna try to guess. But the weather's kinda been pretty bad. Right now I just got completely poured on walking in the rain. But we're meeting up with a Lithuanian patriot who's gonna come here. And we're just gonna talk about how life is here in Lithuania. I've only lived here for about 6 months of my life. My parents were born here. They moved to the US from this country. I visited quite a lot, and it is a lot different than, I guess, Western Europe or even the US, obviously. But it's getting more and more westernized by each year. And honestly, I've seen a little too many Indians and too much diversity, quote unquote, to make me comfortable. Because I remember coming here like 10 years ago and you'd see zero. You'd maybe see one studying here, but everyone would like kind of look at him. It was kind of weird that he was there because obviously he's different. He's not from this country. But now these people look a little too comfortable here. So we're gonna see how life is here. Maybe walk around, see some of the cool statues or buildings, the beautiful architecture. Some interesting statues there. I'm not even sure what that is. And that's Gediminas Tower over there. One thing you can't say about Lithuania is it's definitely beautiful. Vilnius has been occupied by a few different other countries, like Russia, for example. So it's not as Lithuanian as it can be. I'll be going to Kaunas at the next stop. Feels a little more authentic, more Lithuanian kind of style buildings, streets, everything like that. And there's obviously some Russian influence here, but nonetheless, it's still beautiful. Still a very nice city. We just met up with this Lithuanian patriot right here from Vilnius. Do you want to explain a little bit about some of the immigration problems here currently? Because 2 years ago, like I kind of mentioned, I didn't see this many, this much diversity. Like all the Bolt drivers, all the Uber drivers, they're all Indians, they're all from Africa. Apparently you said the bus drivers are African. So this kind of started happening literally 2 years ago, is that right?
Yeah, it all started 2 years ago. That's when the big migrant boom came here. And basically, a lot of them are work migrants. They come here to work because the state doesn't want to pay the actual workers from Lithuania. For example, like the bus drivers. They went out to protest that they don't get paid enough. And how does the state respond? They just bring in some work migrants from Africa, from other places.
So the problems kind of stem from they just want cheaper labor and they don't want to pay as high wages?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the key factors here.
Okay, and you said a lot of the Indians that are here, they're usually just studying. So would you say after they finish their studies, do they leave back to their home countries?
Most of them leave, but now the state of Lithuania is trying to get them to stay here. For example, a few days ago there was an article released by the Lithuanian national television. They released an article like how can we make that the migrants stay here in Lithuania, because we need more people. We have to up our birth rates, and Lithuania is dying out. We need more workers here, so it's definitely planned that they want to bring in more.
Okay, I saw there like Lithuania was forced to accept, I think, like I don't know if it was like 500,000, maybe it was less, but apparently a lot of the migrants came here and there's not really welfare systems in place here, so they just leave to Germany. Is that a lot of that happening as well?
Yes, many migrants who manage to get into Lithuania, they usually leave to Germany because no one really wants them here and no one really funds them.
So there's no welfare programs at all? Like they don't get hotels, they don't get like paid to be here?
No. If we're talking especially illegal migrants, if some manage to get through the border, they're kept like in a prison, which is like a bit better than a regular prison, but they're not roaming the streets.
And would you say like the average Lithuanian person, do they see a problem with these kind of the demographics slowly changing in the country?
Yes, recently more people have been responding and talking about this issue. It's becoming more mainstream. A lot of people don't realize the danger because they look at the West. Everyone says like, look at the West, look how bad is happening there, and the people just look and say, well, it's not happening here, you know. Everything is fine here, so why are you looking at the West? It's like there's no reason to look at them. Nothing is happening here, but people are starting to notice.
Okay. And is the government pretty left-leaning? Is it right-leaning, would you say?
Our government is, I would say, mostly center or center-left.
Okay. Okay. And is it like the older people? Is it younger people who are, I guess, more liberal, more conservative?
Well, the elderly people, they vote for our conservative party. But the conservative party, big surprise, is not really actually conservative. They're more of like left-wingers, but they're very centrist because there are some people there actually who are right-winger conservatives. So the elderly people either vote conservatives or social democrats. And the younger generation, it has a divide between nationalist, a political party, National Alliance, or our like extreme left parties.
And would you say there's a lot of influence from Western media? Because what I've noticed in Lithuania especially, like we have some trends, things like that happen in the US, and then like a few years later they will kind of catch up here. What are kind of some of the trends, or I guess liberal trends happening here currently?
Well, currently, for the last few years, there has been the LGBTQ, let's say, trend going on here. They're trying to push the marriage to be allowed. It's not allowed here yet.
Oh, it's still illegal?
Yeah, it's still illegal.
Based?
Yeah. So they're really trying to push that, and all of the left-wing parties. That's the major thing they play on. They say we'll legalize gay marriage. That's the main thing they'll do.
This is Vilnius Rotušė. I don't even know how the fuck to say it in English.
Capitol building.
Oh, Capitol building. Yeah, it's where the politicians are. Another thing I've noticed in some of these Eastern European countries is they're a lot less likely to have things slide. And I was talking with someone in Latvia about this. It's because the government itself has fucked over its people, you know, so many times and so recently. Like even here, if they see police, they're not looking at them like they're here to trust them. They're here looking at them with caution. Whereas in like Germany or England, they're like, oh, the police are here to help us. Would you say that's still kind of a big thing, or is it kind of disappearing among the younger generation?
With the police, the trust is increasing every year. They were really corrupt back in the 90s, but now it's gotten way better. It's good now. But with politicians, well, people don't really trust them because they just, you know, they make 10 promises a day.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, but it doesn't really happen.
And how's the free speech here? I know it's a little better than like England, places like this. But I actually know someone personally who like reposted something online, and the police came to their house and said like, you know, what are you doing? Why did you repost this?
Yeah, it's way better than in England. You cannot even compare the two, but still here, especially if you target specific people, let's say like some politicians specifically, and they see it, they can, you know, sue you, take you to court. But it's pretty open here. The meme is happening where, you know, boomers on Facebook with their real name, they can say whatever, but if you write something anonymously, you'll be tracked down.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
This cathedral? Catholic church? What is this?
This is just a Catholic church.
Oh yeah, Catholic church. And how's religion over here? Are people religious? I know a lot of people identify as Catholic, but from what I've seen, I don't think they really believe it. They might go to church here and there. What would you say?
Most of the population, like 71%, I think, identifies as Christians. But actual Catholics, there aren't a lot that attend Mass every Sunday. They're mostly like Easter Catholics or Christmas Catholics that go to Mass like twice a year. But especially the younger generation, in the right wing, there are a lot of Catholics here.
The Jonas
Basanavičius.
And he's one of the founding fathers of 1918 when they first gained their independence? Is that right?
Yeah, when Lithuania got its independence in 1918, he was one of the 20 people who signed the document, the Declaration of Independence of Lithuania.
Oh, interesting. And I wanted to touch back on I guess some of the pagan roots, because if people don't know, Lithuania was the last country in Europe that converted to Christianity. And I feel like even like the Christianity here, it still has like a lot of pagan traditions. Like, you know, we'll have a certain amount of food like on the table for like Christmas or whatever, certain things you do for Easter. So would you still say that's a pretty big thing?
Paganism is, it's now mostly, it's coming back in a form of not an actual like faith, but more of a cultural thing. People were really afraid to use you know, pagan symbols, Lithuanian symbols, so ethnic Lithuanian symbols. You know, they were, because they were trying to mimic the West, go to West. But now a lot of Lithuanian businesses are starting to use, you know, pagan aesthetics, and it's popping off right now. It's really popular. Like, just look at my look at my jumper, you know.
And that's is that the Thunder Cross?
Yeah, that's the Thunder Cross. It also can mean the sun or fire.
It is interesting how they demonize a lot of these symbols. Obviously, we know why the swastika is demonized, but some of these symbols have been used, you know, for centuries and ages before, you know, even World War II, and they meant all these different things. So it is interesting to think about why they demonize certain symbols. So what is this called?
This is called the Gates of Dawn. It's an entrance to the Lithuanian Old Town, and it's standing here since the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. Yeah.
And why does it have that, like, the triangle symbol? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, that's the all-seeing eye of God. This is a church. Inside the gates, it's a church. And it's been standing here for a long time.
So this is some sort of fortress, right?
Yeah, this is a fortress. Also, I think, yeah, it dates back to the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. And what's interesting, we had like a folk tale that a dragon would live here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, inside the castle.
Interesting. Okay, so we're nearing one of the oldest churches here, but we were talking a little bit about, I asked him what happens if, you know, with the EU pressure of trying to make them accept all these immigrants. But apparently Lithuania pays the tax or whatever the penalty for not accepting these migrants. How much is it, do you know?
I think it's a few million of euros. Yeah, because we really don't want to let them in. So the president has to make a choice, either to pay or let them in. And we pay a lot of money just because we don't want to let in 100 migrants.
100? Only 100?
Yeah, I think last time it was
wow.
96
Wow.
Muslims, and we didn't let them in, so we had to pay a lot of money.
And how many years has this been happening? Like, them trying to make you accept these migrants?
At least I know of 2 times this happened.
Oh,
before.
2 times?
Yeah, well, I wasn't interested in politics.
Yeah.
Before, so.
Okay.
And
what is this church where...
This church is a Catholic church, a very old church. And when Napoleon came to Vilnius, he liked the church so much, he said, I wish I could take it on my hand and bring it back to Paris.
Oh, that's sick. Do you know when it was built? Around what time?
Well, in the Dark Ages.
Oh, okay.
I don't know specifically the year, but...
Yeah, that was beautiful. What do you want to say to the Lithuanian youth? Some last words to end them off with.
I think Lithuanian youth should really look at our demographic change, see how drastically it's changing, how fast it's changing, and think back on ourselves. You know, it's not enough to be Lithuanian, to be a Lithuanian citizen. You have to be a patriot who wants to live in a happy and a free nation.
Yeah, well said. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video in Vilnius. The next video will be in Kaunas. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.